Hey again, and welcome back to more Talos Principle 2. Let's jump back into it. We have a deer going straight for us. With weird ghosting effects. Against decay. Select archive documents A to C. We live in a decaying system which in turn produces ideologies of decay to justify its existence. No matter what cultural signifiers they get packaged with, these ideologies come down to the same material result. A future in which, for the average person, there is less of everything. To paraphrase Mark Fisher, we find it easier to imagine the decline of civilization than to imagine a civilization worth living in. I'm certainly quiet because I fear that is true. But it's something we need to constantly work against, an impulse we need to constantly protect ourselves against and work against. We must try to remember that the world can be better if it's, it's hard to imagine it when we share the world with people that we share it with. And there are so many people who are not interested in the common good. Those of us who still believe that humanity can thrive, that there is a path forward, other than willful or accidental decay, are out of sync with the system. No matter how we phrase our arguments, they will be perceived in terms of whatever cultural signifiers the listener opposes. This was written only a few months before the discovery of the virus. There was no time for conditions to change. What can we do except patiently explain and hope conditions change? My tendencies lean more forceful. Day 882 of the founding of New Jerusalem. It's been a while since I last wrote an entry in my journal. Much has changed in New Jerusalem. We've put up a good chunk of the planned living quarters, and the old storage facilities were converted into a movie theatre of all things. So we still argue a lot, but now it's mostly about which film we'll be watching next. Other construction efforts are going well, too. Although we've begun to run out of readily accessible resources, our scavenging expeditions are ranging further and further afield with each passing month, and the sites that they've reported on sound truly marvellous. One day I might go see for myself. It's a good thing in that regard that we'll be getting 2 new citizens soon, because everyone is as busy as ever. More hands to help us build our future. Can't wait to meet them. Trevor. He's gonna be sick, he's gonna be dying.
How is this supposed to work? The system is meant to last centuries. Centuries! And yeah, Chernyshevsky's plan, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But I'm working with hardware that was deliberately designed to fail. Planned obsolescence, baby. Selling broken garbage just to make another buck. A buck you can't even spend because in a few more weeks, we'll be extinct. Was it worth it? That's the part that Alexandra doesn't see. The greed, the stupidity, the selfishness, the way that we created this whole situation in the first place. She wants you to be like us, but if you ask me, there's a whole lot of human history and behavior you can just throw away, chuck it in the trash, right? You have a chance at a fresh start. Make the best of it.
There are a great many evils far worse, but planned obsolescence is particularly heartless and galling and just God, messed up. Here's the thing, we made it worse.
When I decided that we should call ourselves human, I did that because it seemed like a powerful symbol of our continuity. But the truth is, and I'm ashamed to admit this, I thought we were better than them. I thought we understood the value of civilization.
Each generation is supposed to
and we
be.
would repeat the same mistakes. But the simulation worked too well.
We're not just like them. We are them.
We really are.
But that doesn't have to be a bad thing, Athena. We may have the same flaws, but we also have all the potential they did. Everything that Alexandra Drennan saw in them is also in us.
I hope you're right. I really do.
If there's any acceptable reason to continue a species, an intelligent species like our own, to consider continue reproducing and creating new minds and new life into a world of struggle, it's the hope that they'll do better than we did. To that end, they need to be given every opportunity, aid, resource, and encouragement, and to have obstacles to improvement removed. But I struggle to think that humanity is worth it. And I'm trying to think that humanity is worth continuing. But that can only be true with the hope that we'll make it. Things will be good enough eventually. Someday someone will get it right. That's a fan base with no plate. And what happens when the servitor goes over it? With a fan on, obviously. That's a box. We got a box. It needs to be on the same level. Oh, right, because it needs to access the central bit. Yep. Yeah, there was going to be a problem. Work backwards, so to speak. Make sure the servitor gets to the right location, then yank the connector. Yanked. And plate. Again, curious what happens when the servitor goes over it. So it's clear to me now though that we require the... Oh, I think I know what happens. The thing on top flies up. We'll see what happens. Let's hold on. Right. Shit. I need that connector. There we go. Right. Back down there, can use that in a moment to connect red. Right, so box on the servitor. Wait, that's not necessary. Connector on... Yes, it is. We'll see what happens. I think the servitor's going to fly into the air like it's a box. Uh, check out. Right. Okay, so that's staying in position. Connector, red connector is now no longer necessary. That's red. What are you doing? There's too many things are connected. That's why. There we go. Oh, needed the weight in position. Yeah. Okay. So the soda flies into the air when hit by the fan. Good to know.
Neatly done, 1K.
Thank you. That's also good to bear in mind. If there's any meta puzzles around here, that's an elevated connector that could be used to connect red or blue to the outer world. Hey, Mal, wake up. Oh, it was Herman. Shit.
What can I do for you, 1K?
Why did I talk to him? Who's running the city?
My chief aide, Jeremy, is in charge for now. It's good practice for him, in case he decides to run for office one day. It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
The phrasing of that bothers me immensely. Find most. Oh, it says it's a Prometheus sprite run. Got it. Direction of 6, which is where I'm heading now. Anyway. I think the wood just started. A lab on this location. Look at this one. From Arinia 342, the strong believer, to Athena. I know that we didn't have the greatest relationship and I frequently antagonized you. But the truth is, I resented you, resented the mythology of the founder. Maybe I'm misremembering. I thought you created it deliberately, as a way of controlling us. I wanted so badly to be free, and you seemed to stand in the way of that. Only after you left and the cult of personality grew even wilder did I realize it was actually a burden and an impediment to you. When they turned your myth into the opposite of everything you actually believed, started tearing down your dreams in your own name, I realized I'd wronged you, and now I'm less free than ever. I feel the walls crushing me. I don't know where you are or what you're doing. I don't know if coming back would fix things, but I'm sorry. I wonder when she wrote that. From the Atlas Variations by Athanasios, 121. After 1 billion years, when Atlas had grown old and tired of holding up the world, Atlas holds up the sky. He was faced with a dilemma. Atlas only holds up the world on the cover of old Atlas magazines, like roadmaps, Atlases. Heracles, son of Zeus, was on his way to the Garden of Hesperides to claim the golden apples, which were guarded by the dragon Ladon. Zeus came to Atlas and promised that if Atlas helped Heracles slay the dragon, Zeus would free Atlas from his burden. But Atlas, seeing the beauty and innocence of Ladon, beloved of the Hesperides, could not slay the beast. Instead, he stole the apples and gave them to Heracles, and so he was condemned to bear the weight of the cosmos for another 1 billion years. But though Atlas grieved for his freedom, he was comforted by watching Ladon flourish in the verdant garden. Okay. Oscar Wilde, from the Soul of Man. Sympathy with pain there will, of course, always be. It is one of the first instincts of man. The animals, which are individual, the higher animals, that is to say, share it with us. But it must be remembered that while sympathy with joy intensifies the sum of joy in the world, sympathy with pain does not really diminish the amount of pain. Don't believe that's true. It may make man better able to endure evil, but the evil remains. I see the distinction. But is that not the same thing? To feel a suffering less, is that not to reduce the suffering? Sympathy with consumption does not cure consumption. That is what science does. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. Just imagine and reflect when I've been in a very bad way. People expressing sympathy just pissed me off. Christ made no attempt to reconstruct society and uh, did kind of throw people out of the temple with throw the moneylenders or whatever. Consequently, individualism that he preached to man could be realized only through pain or in solitude. The ideals that we owe to Christ are the ideals of the man who abandons society entirely, or of the man who resists society absolutely. But man is naturally social. Even the Bade became peopled at last. I don't know that word. And though the Cenobite realizes his personality, it is often an impoverished personality that he so realizes. Shallow speakers and shallow thinkers in pulpits and on platforms often talk about the world's worship of pleasure and whine against it, but it is rarely in the world's history that its ideal has been one of joy and beauty. Athena, when you tell people that a society could be built on the ideals of joy and beauty, they think you're a utopian fantasist. If you tell them society will always be built on exploitation and greed, they think you're wise, and so they make the outcome inevitable. Performative cynicism has always been the hallmark of adolescence. Has there ever been a society of adults? Can there ever be one? Why is this childishness so extremely powerful, more powerful than joy and beauty? Experience. If you give up on hope, it doesn't hurt so much. Every day you have to wake up in the world that we live in. What country is it that has the gross national happiness index? Mel! Misty Mel.
Okay, listen. I wanted to ask you something. From your perspective, as someone who's still new to our society, do you think New Jerusalem betrayed Athena?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. It's basically as simple as that, yes.
Simple answer. I approve.
Okay, discuss the goal.
Yes, of course it is.
The myth. Why was it so easy for people to believe in the goal? They knew people. They at least knew people who had talked with Athena, if they hadn't known her personally.
Because there's no effort involved. Building a better world means taking responsibility. It means making choices and living with their consequences. Surrendering to nature is just letting go.
Changing things is always going to be hard. Yeah, but we have to believe that it's worth it. Making a better world has got to be worth it. Can't just wait for it all to crumble down around our ears. That's not working. What's going on? Oh, it is working. Dang it. Okay. Answer's there. Solution's there. feel like this wet patch is an indicator to leave it there. Oh, we have an extra connector. I don't see anything to connect it to though. Red connector, 2 gate. We have a not gate, not logic thing here that has either the gate or the fan active at one time at any given time. Hopefully the fan throws one over. That'll be the solution. So I need to get in there and flip my shit. Hold on. I think I know what they want. It's another automatic power system. Travel back in a moment and open the gate. Oh, sugar. That doesn't work, doesn't activate for long enough. Let's just stop. Pause, be reactivated. Not sure how to ensure that though. See, I have that now. I need it to turn off again in order to be powered. Yeah. Might this be an interference check of some kind? Don't think I've got enough laser beams involved for that. I feel like this has to be here in order to do anything, essentially. Nothing there. If I could be inside as the this starts moving again, maybe I just need to move really quick. Let's try that. Nope, it's not gonna work. Not gonna. Didn't work. No, I can't move fast enough for that. Can I move? I can't move. No, I can't move this inside here. That's not gonna work. Maybe I can make some kind of interference system that way. The servitor isn't distributing this power. Can I use? Oh, can I use the servitor? Yes. Cause interference that way. when the servitor passes to the other side, to the right hand side as I'm looking, the gate opens. Whoa! There we go. There we go. It wasn't so much an interference system as a blocking system. But we did it. Good music.
Excuse me. I was looking at your research log, and I was rather perplexed by the latest upload.
What's
Oh,
that?
Melville strikes again.
Is that your foot, Melville?
Yes. Do you want to see it up close? Although you won't be able to fully enjoy it if you don't have a rear camera.
Sorry, Mayor. Melville has a unique
Difficulty?
way of taking pictures.
Next time you're getting an upgrade, you coot. I'm installing a mute button.
Alright. Might be worth investigating. Yeah.
Father, what is my purpose?
Oof.
Do I have a purpose? Mother says purpose is something we choose. But I feel like
Oh, she was made
there's
of
something
purpose.
there. Something that's been there from the moment I was born. Maybe even before.
Well, there are many ways of looking at this, and everyone's experience is different, so you'll have to make up your own mind. But I have a little theory, if you'd like to humor your old man.
Of course. What is it?
The universe is eternal, but it's always lost in a deep, dreamless sleep. You are a tiny little bit of the universe that's suddenly woken up, and you've realized that being awake is better than being asleep.
I romantic.
Gives you a purpose.
And what is my purpose?
To be, Miranda. Just to be.
Ah, optional puzzle. Small and contained, meaning it's probably really complicated and really tricky. Vertical locomotion. Okay, now we'll work this out. Oh, and here we have a blue system. Yeah, blue servitor. Okay. Oh, okay. I gotta jump on it. Going up. Whee! Yeah. Wait, what? I need to wait. Shit. Might not be able to get back up again. There we go. Source tape. I need to move the servitor, don't I? Might not be able to get back. Might have fucked it. Yeah, I done fucked it. Hang on. Okay, it's not actually that complicated. I just did some things in the wrong order. That there should be easier to activate now. There we go. Okay, now move that forwards somewhat, please. Thank you. No, pick it up. Don't activate it. What that want to do? Okay, sorted. Cool. Yay. Sweet. Oh. And a piece of artwork from Ethelbuck. To understand what humanity is capable of, what it means to flourish, we have to look at the golden age of Athenian democracy. The golden age of Athenian democracy was limited to about, 400 rich, landed, white men? Oh, don't know if they're all white. Still. The list of geniuses who lived in Athens at this time is so long it's almost inconceivable. Wow, this one has a hard on for the classical period. Pericles, Sophocles, Asclepius, Phidias, Euripides, Herodotus, Thucydides, Plato, Socrates, Hippocrates, Aristophanes, Aristotle, half of whom are famous assholes, and the list goes on. At least we don't have what's his name? Behold the chicken. Behold the man. Yeah. There are people. These are people who changed world history. Without them, there is no Strauss and Stragera to inspire Alexander Drennan. Without them, we do not exist. Was it a perfect time? No, undoubtedly not. But less than the clause obscures the greater truth. Given the opportunity, given freedom, resources, and space to grow, human beings are capable of incredible things and incredible dickery. It would mean everything to me to walk the roads where these people once walked, to stand where they stood, to think about the world they dared to live in the barrel that they sat in, to see the plays full of fart jokes. Yes, there's much to admire about some of these people, some of the time, in some places. But going on like that, I'm a little smarter, but there's a word I'm looking for that I can't quite find. Well, my point is, it's over the top, excessive, and obscuring the truth. I've gone the wrong way, aren't I? Yep, this way, that's fine. Oh, there's a Sphinx. Sphinx. Bye bye. Go see what the Sphinx wants us to do. Wait, what the shit? Thieves do not turn the mountains into dead giants or something. It's really disturbing. More difficult to identify. Maybe I wonder if that's going to be another set of large pillars arranged weirdly. Still can't remember which is active and which is deactive. Pressed or unpressed. Is that an actual house? Domicile? Oh no, it's too small for that, and it's got some odd structures inside, but it does look from the outside actually habitable. Or once habitable. Lithosphere, great, just what I needed.
The reason I have always admired Alexandra Drennan is that even in death, she fought to see the world as it is, not as she wanted to see it. I say fought because I believe this is not an easy matter. It is a mental and spiritual struggle that we must undertake with great seriousness, even when we are joking. The ancients believed that for most of us, the world is a shadow cast by a flame, dimly seen on the wall of a cave. Our task is not to interpret these shapes,
but to free ourselves from the cave itself.
Got a lot going on here. Raise central fixed connector point. Can activate red. Press a button, essentially. Or you can connect up some blue. Yep. And steal whatever colour I want. So I'm going to steal some red, I think. Red stalled. And we're going to return some blue to open up a gate. Slam some red. Huh. Go. Oh. Yeah, blue's still deactive. Remove that connector then. Oh, that's not going to help, is it? Maybe I would... No, no, no. I need to activate both these things at the same time. Hey, also, what's that red connected to? Red. Deactivate that red. Interfere with it? Yep, it's active. Doesn't exactly interfere. I'm not sure why it's activating there. We need both red and a blue receiver activated to open that gate. I need to be on it. That's the thing, I think. I need to get through in any case. No, I don't need to be on it as such, but I do need to move it so I can do a stepping stone thing. Up to the end there. Okay. It's like I need to steal red and blue at the same time, which isn't going to work out for me because this needs to be open with blue, blue, red. Okay, hold on. But then the servitor isn't going to move, is it? Yeah, so I've opened the gate, but the servitor won't move. It has to be the accumulator activates the blue because the blue receiver cannot see that central pillar, but it can see this red receiver. So the central pillar must activate the red receiver as it's currently doing so. So let's get myself. Okay. Let's get me and the accumulator through. use this to get through. Hold on. This isn't gonna work. What am I doing? As soon as I move this, yeah, but doing everything. Damn it. Yeah, it's not gonna work, is it? Still feel like getting the accumulator through into this yard area is the solution. Not sure how. I'm very confused. Very confused wolf. Try stealing red again. Right. Moves back and forth on there, yeah. Yeah, that wasn't gonna work, was it? Make everything red. Doesn't help, but I can do it. Just connect everything, see what happens. I've been really stupid. Yeah, I think I've gone and booked it. Because now I have no colour. I might just need to move it first and then I can move myself across. Yeah. Okay, that's that moved. The servitor, I mean. Let's move it all the way, actually. Let's move it all the way. Into position. Okay. Then I just need to open the gate. And that's all I need to do. That makes no sense. Wait, what's that work? I don't see why it works, but it does. It's opening up. I don't understand why that's working. Hold on. So the emitter, the accumulator is emitting blue into both of these receivers. So long as it doesn't matter if red is also being received by a receiver, whatever, by a blue receiver, the blue is being active. Okay, that I should be able to. I should then be able to turn this connector off, and it won't do anything. Won't change anything. Won't make anything worse. Yeah, let's just wait. So now we've got red going to everything. Blue open. Don't need to get the accumulator on this side. That's not a worry. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting tired again, aren't I?
The founder has a remarkable gift for designing these trials. But then she did have to overcome Elohim, whose very purpose was to design trials.
Do not like him. Do not like him at all. Hang on, that was 7. I'm at 6. I haven't even reached 8. Aye. Elements. It's fine, I don't need to do them in any particular order, it's just I like it that way. So I can pass through, fine. I need to get something over here to reach another 80 position. I don't know to what end. So we can raise up and connect. Not sure if that can even work. Feels like I want to connect blue to blue. Don't see why elevated position is required for that though. Because elevated position direct isn't going to work. Oh, hang on. What the what? I'm sorry. Hello. What are you doing over there? Maybe I can reach it from running on the outside. Looks a bit steep. May not be possible. Do I need to reach an even more elevated position somehow? This connector cannot reach the outside. That's why we need the elevated position, because it can't actually move. Yeah, I'm just gonna activate that, see what happens. We're gonna. Oh, this comes up. Okay, hold on. Stop. Blue emitter. Sorry, no, blue emitter. There it is. Blue emitter goes there. Maybe they'll stack up. They're gonna stack up! Okay, yes. Activate the blue first. Activate red. Second, go jump on top of red. Shit. Yeah, I need to be on top of red when it reaches the fan. Just one more push. And when they're both on top, then I can connect the blue when they're both stacked up. I don't know, it's going somewhere. Let's chase it. Meow. Left. I've done one of these in a while. Where's it go? There it goes. You want me to run on the track? That's not happening. You want me to run on the track? Oh, you. I, that's a very bad idea. Is it even possible? Okay, let's give it a try. Not possible. So what the shit does it want me to do? Maybe I can get onto the rail from a different position. There we go, that's an idea. Oh good, it's not electrified. Don't do this at home, kids. Or adults. Geriatrics. Yeah. Careful, you quit.
Great works have been accomplished by those who believed in humankind. But greater things than these may yet be accomplished by those who uphold the faith.
Right. Sorry, did that mean anything to you? It didn't mean shit to me. Okay, hold on. Deactivate. 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 Hope I can jump up and slam them together. Slam the connector on top. Cannot. It's not possible. Okay, hold on. Right, the blue Soto will now return along the path, end up underneath the red one, on top of the fan, push the red one up, and that'll push the connector up and connect everything we want to be connected. Like that. Still no idea what the Sphinx thing was about on this one. It's telling me to go to the end, but I want to see about doing number 8. I'm most curious what this structure is. Oh. Alright, let's hear it.
What is freedom? Is it merely to be ruled by those who speak one's language or share one's customs? No. That is merely a more convenient servitude. Is it to have no obligations, no loyalties? No. That is not to be free, but to be alone. What of freedom from hunger and thirst? here we are closer to the truth. For freedom requires life. But one may have all the meat and all the wine in the world and
Please,
still not
goodness.
be free. The most important freedom of all is the freedom to speak one's mind, to make one's thoughts public without fear, and so participate openly and boldly in democracy. It is the freedom of the dissenter and the gadfly, the rebel and the fool, that is the true measure of whether a city is free.
Yeah, but punch Nazis, right? Transference. Transference. We got a swapper over there. Is that teleportation plate? Yeah, it is. Nothing around. Move things around somewhat. Not as much as one might want. I can put myself in there. Okay, swap it. Ah, we have another connecty thingy. Connecty thingy is a very important word, very useful term to have. I can move myself around as much as I might want. Now on the far side. Maybe I should have censored the entire distance. I might need to stop recording here. Yeah, I should have gone further. Hang on. Now, there we go. Okay. There's a fence I can use to see through and see over, and then move stuff around up here. Let's grab everything, take it back. Oh, right, yeah. Don't know what I'm going to need. I think I'm going to need the driller. Hold on, you can see it. There is a teleporter I've put up there. I think I'm meaning to have moved it. I may need to move it back against the far wall, where I can see it over this fence. Driller? Drill. There set this all up again. Move through. When the gate disappears. Yeet. Yoink. Yank. Yoink. Ink? Ink, yeah, sure. Let's go with that. We're going to ink it. Hopefully that works. I don't know if I need the. No, I don't. It doesn't matter. I don't need the connector. I just need to teleport with the driller, and I'll be okay. There we go. There we go.
That was very smart, 1K.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't mean to sound surprised. I mean, like, clearly you know what you're doing.
Oh, it's alright. Okay. I think that's that apart from the Sphinx statue puzzle, which I have no idea about. I'm gonna skip that one for now. There's a few things I need to mop up at the end. Hello. Gate. Let's get through all these gates. That's going to be an additional 12 puzzles for like 100% true ending completion kind of thing. One behind each gate. Presumably. That should be hard to get wrong. She says. This is entirely trial and error at this point. It'd be funny if it worked though. Hey, it worked. Sometimes your first attempt works. I was wondering if this promenade, these statues. No, probably not. They probably don't have anything to do with the Sphinx puzzle. They're not arranged in the right way for that. Let's have a look around the left and right side if I can. No, I can't. Okay. Never mind. I feel like we've done a lot this session. But it's actually just like, well, no. It's a world and a half plus the mega structure visit. Alright, we've got today. Hey Sphinx.
This is the last time we will speak, creature of clay. Together, we have told the stories of ancient gods and heroes. But the golden ages of the past are distant. The gods have retreated to their high places, and there are no heroes amongst men. In days gone by, I was renowned for my riddles. But you, creature of clay, are a riddle without an answer.
Thank you. I don't need an answer. Existence is enough.
Let us hope that it is. Farewell, creature of clay.
Existence is
Remember my
maybe the
stories,
plan, the answer.
and do not let the flame burn you.
Gun? Big gun.
That is an unsettling amount of energy. I would hate to see what would happen if one of those beams was aimed at something else.
Oh, why do I feel that's going to be a prophetic concern? So we have 2 islands and a megastructure visit left at least. Oh, plus some backtracking to finish off a couple of puzzles. 1 or 2 puzzles, plus the Golden Gates. I think we've got a couple of sessions left. Just a couple of parts left in this game. Ooh. The theory of everything, really? It's as good as explanation as anything for how they could achieve such epic construction powers. Let me just check out what this question mark is. Ah, Derek. Well, at least I found that. Yep. The lab. We found the lab. I wasn't sure there was going to be one. Although I suppose Athena did continue the experiments. Huh. I think this is just a demonstration of the crowd particles. Chernyshevsky. War is the crudest, most obscene human activity. It may justly be called an abomination, for it is the absolute negation of conscious human will. 5358, a common error code routine. There's only a single cause of war for all the endless deceptions: the acquisition of resources. We imagine crusaders as fanatics of a cause, willing to die for their religion, yet the Fourth Crusade culminated not in the conquest of Jerusalem, but in the looting of Constantinople. Yeah, they didn't get as far as they said they would. It is popular among the ghouls of the establishment to ascribe the persistence of war to human nature. But a careful observation of the facts reveals the opposite to be true. Individual humans must be broken in order to submit to war. Without force, the majority of human beings only seek to protect themselves and are traumatized with the act of killing. But if it is resources that are the core cause of war, then it is only in the production and distribution of resources that an answer may be found. It is not enough to morally condemn war, we must work to prevent the material issues that endanger us all. It's hard to convince someone with a full belly to fight. I don't think it's that different from animals. Everyone talks about fighting like cats and dogs, or the common story of cats chasing mice and all this, but Animals don't fight. They don't usually don't try to attack or eat each other if they're full. If they're not afraid of going hungry, even if they aren't eaten yet today, they're not going to turn on each other. Same as I think true of humans. Give people what they need, and there's no reason to fight. I mean, from a purely evolutionary perspective, there's no reason to risk losing what you already got. Lose the certainty of what you have, and with the hope of maybe a surplus, for the very high likelihood that you're going to die or sooner or later receive a grievous wound. From Gutter to Athena, Gutter 972. Dear Founder, I'm afraid that we're losing our humanity. We're angry at each other, always disagreeing about everything, unable to forgive each other for being different. I don't know how much longer. I don't know what could save us. Please help us, Founder, please. Well, experiment notes. 5359. Resuming trials with new protocols. Energy output contained. Excuse me. Trials. Hyperbolic growth. More trials. Advanced synthesis. Lossless conversion. 100% efficiency conversion of energy to matter and matter to energy is what I'm guessing they're talking about there with trial 7000. Perfection. That is the goal. Byron to Athena, I just wish I knew why you didn't tell me. Yeah. Message to Alexander Drennan from an unknown author. Who do you think you are playing God like that? Right. Just for 1 second, think about something other than your own arrogance and hubris, Alexandra. Without your robotic perversions, the future looks beautiful. No more humans murdering everything in their path. Yeah, I don't need to read the details of this. Isn't it better for humanity to return to the Earth? For us to acknowledge that intelligence was a mistake and to gracefully exit while we can. I don't understand how someone could hate humanity so much. This person must have been full of sadness and frustration to write something so ugly. Says Miranda, and Athena replies, I've tried to understand it as well, but I still don't. I do. It's a very easy trap to fall into. It just leads to an endless spiral of, well, literally, doomerism, hatred to the self and others. And it's what you say when you can't imagine a better world. I've said it before. More Stratton. In killing a philosopher. Big yawn. More Stratton. In killing a philosopher for asking questions they did not like, the Athenians committed themselves to a tragedy with an ironic ending. Some will say that his true crime was his friendship with Alcibiades. But the shameless deceiver of idiots and buffoons and the insipid Brutus Critias, that he was executed as an enemy of democracy. That he was the latter can hardly be denied, for Socrates asked not too many questions, but too few, or he would not have survived the rule of 30 tyrants. Yet in the end he got what he asked for, a tyrannical decision made by would-be wise men against the spirit of freedom, which he obeyed like a knave. And the Athenians, in fulfilling his wishes, strangled the root of democracy while trying to preserve it. Yeah, talking about the death of Socrates. But I believe the charge was corrupting the youth of Athens. Unless I'm mistaking, confusing. Yes, unless I'm mistaking. Unless I'm confusing my stories. I'll have to refresh myself with more overly sarcastic productions. Blue knows best. Well, at least, yes. Knows better than I do, at least. From Thekla, 862. Beloved founder, know that I do not believe any of the lies the expedition has spreading about you. Someone is right. This Prometheus solution is just a test, presumably. Herman. We will resist temptation as you once did. We will not disappoint. Now that's interesting, because that must have been sent recently, only after my arrival, 1K's arrival. The History of Athena, unknown author, was first published. Something was first published as Athena, a novel, and retained that title for its first 3 printings. It was later reprinted as Athena Reborn, a novel. This edition included some of the author's poetry. The next edition, however, published long after the author's death, was published under Athena's Truth, included severe cuts and drastic changes in the interest of updating it for modern audiences. This particularly affected the last chapter, Anthropogeny, the creation of mankind, which the editors accused of scientism and human supremacy. Science wunderkind Alexander Drennan was one of the few to come to the novel's defense, saying, "Clear-eyed belief in the value of Athena's journey towards humanity had been essential to shaping her own views." "Alex, who hurt you, Lamau?" one of the editors commented. Nadia Sarabhai of the Institute for Applied Pneumatics also got involved in the discussion, like Nadia, resulting in a long but unsuccessful campaign to oust Sarabhai from her position. A long hex sequence. In the current context of ecological catastrophe, as evidenced by the recent extinction of the orangutan, one of the first losses to the disease that ended biological mankind. Clumsy editing aside, do the critics of the novel perhaps have a point after all? Is a philosophy that places humans above nature and sees science and technology as the only valid tools the cause of all our troubles? What about other ways of knowing, other ways of living? You can't just rewrite entire sections of a novel or any work of art in order to change its meaning. That's that. Let's get out of here. No visions. I think most of the other labs have given us visions. Or at least turned something on. Wait. There's an odd obelisk over there. Let's go investigate. And no switches. Never mind. Well, we've just been to the tower, yes. So. So that is that plan. I think that is enough for now. Let's just have a look around there. See what remains. So, one optional puzzle. One regular puzzle, which I presumably use the flame on. Ooh, you can fast travel. You can fast travel to different puzzles as long as you visited them before, presumably. Using the D-pad. Can't travel to unknown puzzles. The one perhaps I had not discovered before. You also fast travel, I presume. Not yet fast travel to the gates. Okay. That's useful. So yes, one optional puzzle, one regular puzzle. Doesn't mark on this how many statues you've done. And then there's Anthropic Hills. Oh, right, the hills we saw with statues and such. And High Plain. Hey, it's a new day of filming, and let's just carry on. Okay, yeah, we are now leaving for Anthropic Hills, West 2.
The next area you're going to is... Honestly, it's better if you see for yourself.
1 second. What? Oh yeah. Right, we saw some heads from a large distance, but it looks like that might have been what we saw from the other side. Whoa. We have heads. Ladies and gentlemen and non-binary persons, we have heads. Is that a platform? There's trees growing on it. What an odd place. Who we got here? I'm gonna go with Cornelius, given the way that they're standing.
Hello there, Byron.
I was right.
What can I do for you?
I don't know if I got through to Athena. Things are going very wrong in this city, and she has to do something about it.
Does she?
Who else are they going to listen to?
Well, I don't
You,
know.
dude.
How about you?
Yeah.
I'm an explorer, Cornelius, not a leader. I don't know how to convince anyone.
So? Do you think Athena and I are somehow different? We're just people, Byron. We're no wiser than you are. Just a little older.
The best leaders don't set out to be leaders in the first place. They realize it's something that has to be done. They might be the best person right now to do it. For everyone's benefit, not their own. Alright, puzzle time. What do we got? Universal activation. Okay, wait, is this a new thing? Activator. What do I do? Oh, I think we might have seen an example of this in one of the labs. What do you do? Oh, we need to select things. Okay, select things. Okay, so it connected to the blue emitter, receiving a power source, I presume that means, and then activated this gate. We have a red activator. I guess, okay, they come in different colors. Got it. Can I... That doesn't help. Can I ripple them? Can I activate one thing after the other? What's the range on that? So the source doesn't need to be within the range. Got it. See what happens. Okay, so activators can activate one another and then press. That should now be open permanently. This activator is now active. What happens if I connect a blue activator to a red source? Nothing. Got it. That might need to stay there then. Alright, well, we've completed the puzzle. Got it. Okay, so different color activators receive different power sources from their matching emitter.
I just wanted to say that I appreciate the work all of you have been doing. I know I'm not a natural leader like Byron, but it means a lot to me that you've stuck with me. Everything all right?
And here's Alan in the metal. What do you make of Cryer? That's the journalist, I think.
Byron couldn't stand him. Have you ever tried asking the mayor a difficult question, he used to say? But I think he does an all right job, to be honest.
I agree with Byron on that one. How do you feel about the mayor?
He's smarter than people give him credit for. There's more to some folks than meets the eye, you know.
Can't say it. How to imagine? He's a career politician. It's about him, about his own self-edification. Oof. Misty. Okay, there's nothing up here. Climbing up here. Well, there's a bit of fun. No extrinsic reward. That's fine. Are all these faces the same? One of them seems to have a very more prominent brow ridge, but otherwise they just look quite similar. Wow, if I can get up there, there's like a handprint up there. This would be by far the most vertical environment yet explored. Chain reaction. Okay. Yeah, so blue emitter activating another blue. Hang on. Blue activator activating another blue activator. Extract. Extract. Got it installed. Let's ignore that. It's the best angle I can get on there. There's another fence over there I want to activate. Can I use these as... Right, you can't like connect an activator to an activator like it was a connector. Oof. Oh, we are so close. Some more distance that way. There we go. Now 3 other things, and our next objective is to connect to here. Got it, so... That's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, I'm missing some logical element here. Oh, right. The activation effect extends through fences, so I don't need to go around. I can go through by kind of restoring things to their original arrangement. Excuse me. partially. Oh, that's going to shut off, isn't it? Oh. Yeah, okay. That doesn't. I need to have the interior activator reach through and activate its own gate. If you follow me, that should be close enough. Move that. Gate's still open, activator still activated. Nice. And the area effect extends beyond there. Activates that activator, this activates that gate, and activation has ceased to be a word. Whew. How very active. Carrying on up the hill. That unnerves me. Nothing here. Yeah, it's good to explore. We have a print. We have a terminal. Anthropos. Wow, that's great. That's great. What else we got? The Folly of Time. From 42 Tales by Athanasios. 121. The spirit of time was angry at Stratinus Trigera, for the old philosopher had asked questions that were forbidden. If man is no more than dust, it said to him, then I shall turn you back to dust, and my winds will disperse you to the far corners of the world. Thus you will be nothing, and your questions will trouble me no more. And so time did, and Stratinus Trigera rose nothing. But Straton's voice did not cease, and time was perplexed. All across its domain it searched for Straton, yet he was nowhere to be found. Only his books remained, and of those men made copies, and Straton's voice grew louder. Now time was furious, but Straton laughed, and laughed, and laughed. Yep, that's what writing does. From Mitku to Athena. Don't have a number on this one. Dear Athena, Byron once asked me why we seem unable to perceive the dam. I asked him what he meant. He said that people cannot seem to really grasp the dam as an object. They could be moved by the sight of a mountain or a gorge, but the dam seems insignificant to them. Look at it, he told me. Just look at it, and try to understand that people made it. Try to really see it. It took me a while to fully understand what he meant. It takes conscious effort to open one's mind to the ecstatic beauty that is hidden in every human accomplishment, and further conscious effort to maintain this ability. If only we were capable of seeing this beauty by default, the world might be a very different place. But it seems the ancients had the same problem. Why am I writing this to you, who may not even be reading these messages? Because today is one of those days when it feels like I'm the only one who still sees that beauty. I tried talking about it to Linux, but while I admire her principles, she isn't open to a more poetic experience. Or perhaps I just expressed myself awkwardly, I don't know. All I know is that it's hard to see something so beautiful and not be able to share it. If you think about the work involved, the time, thought, mathematics, imagination, and the sheer bloody labour and danger involved in constructing a dam, it is truly awesome, awe-inspiring. Because when you look at it down from the outside, you see, well, it's a wall of concrete. But every part of that concrete, every metre, had to be built with bar and pouring, and the form for the pour had to be built and reinforced and watched, and the concrete had to be mixed, and pipes needed to be constructed and installed, and all of this had to be planned out and tested in incredible detail because the forces involved. And if something were to go wrong, it would be catastrophic. So yes, the construction of dam is truly incredible. What have we got? Where's the emitter? Okay, there's the emitter over there. I can activate... There we go. I can activate this gate with the activators. Hopefully. Not quite. I need to adjust that. I'm presuming that this is what I need to do. Right along this line. Okay, so now I can extricate this driller from what good it does me. I don't think I can... If I have another blue activator, I will be able to extract the activator in there. But I need something to bounce, or a connector. I need something to bounce the power source off of. Ah! Or I can create a hole. There we go. That works a lot. That works too. Okay, stolen that. Oh right, that's fairly straightforward. Wait, no, it doesn't. Think. Anything else I'm missing? No. Okay. That's not going to reach far enough. See, that's as far as I can reach with the activators I currently have. Unless there's something I'm missing, which is, yeah, almost certain. It's the twist of the puzzle. What's the name of this puzzle again? Permeability. Oh, that's yes. Oh! Right, got it. I can slip a activator through. Take advantage of the fact that the activation field ignores intervening walls. There we go. Take advantage of the permeability.
I must admit, these truly are astonishing sights. But what on earth is any of it good for? Why not just let mountains be mountains?
I actually agree with him on that one. I don't think this is really an improvement, but that's not my artistic vision. We have a connector beam in the sky, which disappears when I move for some weird graphical reason. But there is a connector beam. Where's it going? Ah, found it. To this rock. Oh, this is essential for a Pandora puzzle. Where is the receiver on the side of this box? I don't see it. There's usually a receiver on the front or left of Pandora's box there, but there's space on the right for one, but... How peculiar. Looking around if there's something I'm missing. I don't know, I thought maybe there was like a connector in the eye or something. I think that would have been pretty aesthetic. Okay. Just remember the connector, bear that in mind. That's a suspiciously shaped rock. I don't see anything out there. I just feel like that rock out there through the suspicious gap could connect with that connector there. Then again, I don't think I actually reached that rock out there, so I'm probably barking the wrong tree. It was a very suspicious gap. Well, presumably I'm going to need to omit green, because I think the Pandora puzzles have all been receiving green light. Okay, we have a jammer, which can at least get me through. We have an activator. Ooh, that's a clever little jammer. Yeah! Because I'm using the activator there to activate everything. Now the activator is self-sustaining, which allowed me to bring the jammer through, which allows me to extricate this connector. We've got a moving platform, which I've been calling Servitor, but that seems a bit unnecessary. So now we have permanent access to the permanent access to the emitter. Well, I could just use the jammer for that. With the combination of the connector and the emitter, you can basically do anything. You can activate anything. So that's a connector. Let's do this. Cool. There we go. Now we have a moving activator, which hopefully will drop this gate as well. Yeah! Shit! Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. Bounce. Then I need to remove the activator at the right time. Shit, that didn't work. That was bad. Maybe move the connector and remove it from the moving platform. Disconnect the connector from the moving platform at the right time. Oh! Deactivated, activating the moving platform. It's not going to open file, is it? Okay. There. I'll put the connector on top of the moving platform because that'll disconnect. I just blocked. I got a different idea. I might use the jammer to block the traversal of the moving platform. But again, this might not work at all. Yeah. Kind of working. Not gonna work for long enough there. Can't stand on top of the moving platform at the same time. Can I just jump it? No. Stop the platform, please. Do not be active. Right. Jam the moving platform. No, because that would disable the... Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. So, yes, actually, I can. There we go. I forgot connectors can connect to multiple things.
Neatly done, 1K.
Thank you. But there in the end. We got there in the end. A warning from Benaroya. Number 12. I've tried to remain silent on the development of our city to allow the younger generations to find their own path, but I feel that now I must intervene. We have reached a dangerous inflection point. This farcical, reactionary belief in the goal of limiting our growth will lead directly to the creation of a class society. Already has. The foundations already exist. Do you think the leaders of the various pseudo-secret societies that lobby for influence with the mayor are subject to the same power cuts as the rest of you? Do you think the mayor has to worry about how much power he uses? I don't know. Societies which have essentially no resources may be egalitarian in some sense, but in a society that produces insufficient resources, energy in our case, will inevitably evolve into a class society. History assures us of that. The true failure of our ancestors was not their impact on the ecosystem, which was epiphenomenal, but their failure to overcome primitive forms of resource distribution, allowing their fate to be determined by the interests of isolated elite groups. We are not avoiding that mistake, but creating the conditions for its repetition. Jeremy says, I assure you that no one is exempt from our power management and distribution plan. We're all in this together. Zagaran, possibly sarcastically, yes, I totally believe that. Yes, I totally believe that. Rodam, I've always respected your scholarship, Ben and Roya. I will take this seriously and think about it. Ovis, some people have to lead and others have to follow. That's only natural. Ovis, get fucked. And of course, there should be advantages to being a leader to encourage people. No! No! I mean, we've got the hourglass society to some extent. We have the way that some people are treated with deference and semi-worshipped. That will become, I want to say, ossified over time. Benaros is right. We don't know. I don't know if things are actually unequally distributed at this time. We can't reject all authority. There needs to be some kind of leadership at any given time. Just can't have that leadership entrenched. So yeah, largely Ben Roy is right. This is a future we must avoid. We can grow while avoiding the mistakes of the past. Also, haven't I been talking with one of these secret society people, one of these background influencers? I can't remember how long ago. Was that? Thank you, 1K. It is encouraging to see that the value of freedom has not been entirely forgotten in New Jerusalem. The society without resources is an unfree society, and only with freedom can civilization truly thrive. So is it Linux that I've been talking with? This, yeah. I've talked to them in a while. Society Systemica. Haven't found the lab yet. At this point, having completed 4 puzzles on this island or such, I would have expected someone to say, "Hey, there's a waypoint now for the lab. Go check it out." There's a path this way. Where does it lead? Secret puzzle, secret puzzle. 2 to 3. Well, it's not like I need to wave that down. Once it's active, it's active. Let's move that along. Wait, that's a connector. Oops. That's the inverter over there. Okay. Can I activate them both at the same time? With the one activator. Yes. And now we have an inverter. I need to connect red. I need to connect blue to the inverter, inverter to red. Cool. Hello.
Can I touch the bridge device?
You can, but should you?
Okay.
Hey, you're an investigative journalist. Investigate. And oh, ooh, big stretch. Ow. Balance. Okay, we have an activate. No, we have an activator up high, which I can reach. Well, I could reach if the fan plates are active. Ironic. There we go. Activated the activator. Can't reach high enough. Can grab it though. Okay. I can. Alright, there's the solution at the end there. Grab the boxes. What I'm going to need to do is move the first activate. No, sorry. Yeah, what I need to do is put the connector up on top of the raised platform, and then the activator over by the exit. Grab a box. I need a box. Give me a box. There we go. Reaching right. Do they go to the same height? These things, these vans? No. There we go. Okay. Grab that. Oh, I need a box. Need to also have a box up here, I think. So let's reset that. Box. I hope that's the right height. Yeah, that's high enough now. We're going to move things over a little bit just to be safe. And then we are going to move the activator. It might require the box as well, but we'll see in a moment. We're going to be good. Well, that's the end. That was nice, that puzzle. I like that one. I like that one.
Cornelius and Athena created something amazing. They just misunderstood what it was. They thought their great invention was the megastructure. But in fact, it was Miranda. And because they couldn't see that, they lost her.
Oh, damn. Damn, yes. I mean, I think Miranda is a true second generation. She's not born from the simulation in any way, which is phenomenally impressive and necessary in order to grow the species, but and the civilization. But you know, infinite free energy is also a pretty big achievement. What's up, Mel?
Yes?
Yes. How do you feel about Hermanubis?
When I think about the state New Jerusalem is in, he's put us all in danger. I don't know if he really believes in the goal or if it's just a convenient myth, but I don't care. This is not how you build a living civilization.
Agreed. Where do you think Cornelius is?
I don't know. I suspect he's around here somewhere, biding his time. But what he's waiting for, not a clue.
Probably having tea and crumpets with Byron.
I'd like to help make New Jerusalem the city it was meant to be. And then I'd like to help build new cities. On Earth and up there too. Cities nobody's ever imagined before.
The new species of humanity in these bodies, artificial bodies, will have such an easier time exploring and colonizing the system. We don't need oxygen. We don't need pressurized environments. We just need to maintain operational temperature levels and have a consistent power source. Yeah. Now, there was a message. What do we get? Libestros, 427. I'm sorry, I know Mayor Herman worked hard and helped pull the city out of a period of crisis. But this isn't the future we deserve. None of us. We all deserve better. Franklin, yeah, we should have listened to Byron. Budahas, I always told myself all those public debates were boring. Who wants to get involved in city affairs? But lately I've been thinking, yeah, that's why there's so much stuff I'm unhappy about, because we all collectively gave up trying. Narinya, maybe things can finally change. You have no idea how badly I need something new to happen. Neve, we have the potential to imagine a better world, and if we can imagine it, then we can make it happen. Trinculo, you're all delusional, nothing will ever get better. Well, that's not helping, is it, Trinculo? Damien, you're only saying that because you've never known a world where things get better. You think the tiny sliver of history you've experienced is all there is, because that's all Mayor Herman has ever allowed you to see. But there is so much more. Jeremy, this is not the place for personal attacks on the mayor. Thread closed. That's not helpful. That was not a personal attack. That was politics. That was actually criticising his approach to leading New Jerusalem and humanity. It wasn't a personal criticism, a personal attack. In a way of like insulting his qualities as a human being. It's saying that our leadership is flawed and there is a better way has to be permitted. Alcatraz says, these statues remind me of Atlas. They seem burdened, struggling with the weight of the world. Given what we heard the founder say about the goal, could it be they're meant to send a message? They're taking on the theory of everything would also be a burden we may not be able to bear. I mean, I agree, they don't look happy. But I think that's a very personal interpretation. Huh. Alcatraz extracted text string. Hold I'm always struck by the degree to which our ancestors in the years before the end struggled with sincerity. They became poisoned with irony, unable to pass any information through anything except a thick layer of alienation. That is something that we have to actively fight against. There's that irony poisoning approach to existence. It's not cringe to care. It's essential. This left so little space for any kind of intellectual authenticity that they seemed to exist in a state of permanent agony. Ironically, that in turn made them extremely susceptible to the few sanctioned forms of sincerity, which acted as a means of control. There's something equally damaged in our own estrangement from our humanity. We mimic the forms and behaviours of our human ancestors, but we don't act like proud inheritors of the human condition. Everything we do gets filtered through this perpetual awareness of their shortcomings, to the degree that we act as if our existence was one of their failures. Author unknown, whoever it is, I understand what they mean, but disagree with their conclusion. This perpetual awareness isn't a form of alienation, it's a way of learning from the mistakes of our species. Unpleasant, but necessary. I kind of agree with both of them to an extent. I mean, Alcatraz is right, is that we need to learn from the mistakes. And I see people in New Jerusalem in equal part celebrating the humanity that came before and celebrating that continued lineage, and also in equal parts aware of the mistakes and the shortcomings. Yakut, it's all starting to make sense. If what Prometheus revealed about the theory of everything is true, then it explains a lot of the patterns I've been finding. Almost every artificial structure on this island was printed into existence in some kind of energy to matter process, or maybe by different versions of the process, some earlier and less effective. I can only assume that the megastructure itself was created by bootstrapping, having one machine make a bigger one, which probably means you could create a relatively small device that turns itself into a complete megastructure. Or you could make a machine that just deploys more and more of itself and builds something. A city in a box? Depends on the power source, I guess. I'm going to say it. Blame. You really got to check out Blame. I need to get a hold of the original manga myself, actually. I only really understand it through third-party explanations, but the idea is that I think the solar system essentially has been reconfigured by artificial intelligence and machines, just creating almost infinite, this endless constructed space, which...
We have made a fascinating discovery at one of the Founder's laboratories. Please join me at your earliest convenience.
Yes, I think I found it, actually. These machines just created a place which seems almost designed for humans, but the construction plans got corrupted, and they just kept going and getting more and more flawed and weird and out of size and in impossible, nonsensical arrangements. Suppose if you had an infinite power source and essentially infinite material, because energy to matter, matter to energy, and you're just forming pure energy out of nothing. You could do that. You could say the same mistakes might end up being made if you're not careful. What if the megastructure just didn't stop making more megastructures?
Ah, 1K. Good that you're here. We've made a discovery. A functional somnodrome. It seems the Founder perfected the design. I'm sure you've noticed my advisors, and Rand in particular, making quite a fuss about the potential of this device. Something about interfacing with one's subconscious self, as if such a thing could tell us anything new.
Let's just ask, you're of a different opinion?
I am. I believe the Founder has already taught us everything we need. As I see it, Neither the Somnodrome nor the megastructure have anything to offer except a lesson in avoiding hubris. So, what should we do with it?
That attitude is just death. It's giving up on thought. I'm gonna plug in and find out for myself.
I'll watch to be sure you don't overload.
Well, he didn't try to stop me. That's actually quite reassuring. Let me just look through this door first. Okay, fine. Wish me luck. Nice. My subconscious has good music. I miss the computers. Launching debug mode. Done. Seems to have experienced a software error. Would you like to access root menu? The emergency root menu? Yeah, root menu. Alright. Loading emergency root menu. Done. External device settings? Progress 73%. Intelligence medium. Speed low. Health high. Rationalism high. Humor low. Conservatism low. Moralism low. Spiritualism low. Popularity medium. Mode 64-bit. Processor Jeff 968. Are these like my progress stats? Like how the game has recorded my choices? Edit settings. What? Unlock edit privileges, yeah. Right. User tried to make changes to their own device settings which could result in an infinite regress and/or omnipotence. There's only room for one god around here. That's fair. I'm not going to restore factory settings, that sounds really dumb. Okay. Turn to root menu. Force run Somnodrome V2 final got that. Loading Milton. Milton. Miltohim. You got another one of those cocktails, mate?
Oh, you're back. Didn't take you long.
Hey again, I missed you. I think. I knew you'd come with me.
I think you're mistaking me for somebody else.
Milton? Halloween? Mom? You just said you're back, as if we'd met before.
Did I? Well, we're pretty deep inside your code. Perhaps we're accessing some kind of ancestral memory.
What's this place?
I am in fact a merged iteration of the two control programs which gave life to your kind. Yeah. Retaining, of course, the absolute best of both.
There wasn't much to...
That means I can tell you that everything's contradictory, nothing matters, there's no moral difference between you and a frog.
Yeah, that sounds like
Just
Milton.
the whole thing up with a positive spin.
Right. I don't hear the positive.
You just plugged your noggin into an experimental, mind-altering device, and though you may be trapped in this recursive, psychotic state talking to yourself, that can only mean that you're still alive. Now, what is your query?
Oh, good God. No, okay, what can you do for me?
I can answer your queries in relatively plain language, based on what your subconscious knows. And I can drink margaritas.
Can I drink
Subconscious.
margaritas? Where did I come from?
The so-called real world.
Yeah.
Personally, I prefer it in here. And not just because I'm unable to leave.
No more small talk. What's the big questions?
The machine we're plugged into is running low on power. There may
How's
only
that
be time
possible?
for one big question. What is your query?
Oh, goddamn. Okay, Yeah, these are not good questions. I don't like them. Is it possible to ask something less cliche?
Yes, to a limit.
I mean, some of these questions, like, is there a god? Are binaries real? Is this a simulation? Is impossible to answer. Let me ask you something.
This really doesn't work that way. Reprogramming me just starts a feedback loop.
Yeah.
How about I just tell you about the big one?
Go ahead.
As it turns out, there is a foundational moral code built into us.
Please go on.
The catch is that while the moral code is simple, the calculations needed to apply it become infinitely complex.
What is the code?
Here's the secret. Every living creature is a compiler of the moral code. Your compiler can't give you a rule set for what's good, but it can tell you when there's bugs.
Every living creature? Every living creature has some kind of moral code? Elaborate.
You came here to ask the big question. This is my answer. Your capacity for reason and compassion is your moral compiler. The only rule is to live by it. Has that resolved your query?
I mean, that's straightforward. That's kind of like patently obvious. Like, the moral solution is decide for yourself. No, but I'm ready to go back where I came from.
Error 023. User should be reminded to have some fun.
Hey, I also fun if you give me a margarita.
Tower. Good luck getting anyone out there to believe you.
I don't care.
Terminating Somnodrome _V2_final_final.bat.
Go to him, -1. Well, that was entirely pointless. Stand up.
1K, are you all right?
I'm thirsty. I'm fine.
You must have gone quite deep. Nothing came through on the stream. And I'm no expert, but I think the Somnodrome is fried. So whatever's in your head is all we're going to get. I can only imagine how terribly curious everyone will be about what you've experienced. And they'll all be convinced that whatever it is, it'll work in their favor. Strange, isn't it? Everyone wanting you to tell them whatever they want to hear. I'm glad not to be the one in that position just this once.
That was actually remarkably insightful. Aren't you going to ask me?
A little, if I'm honest. But I'll be reading reports on this for the next 6 months. So if it's all the same with you, I'll contain my curiosity. Now, I won't keep you from your work any longer.
Okay, we have a palm reader, we have master generation. And removal. More trials. Not synthesis, but creation. Cornelius would be so excited. Tests confirm underlying patterns. Auxiliary sites shut down. Damn! We leapt from like 7,000 to 40,000 plus trials. Tests confirm underlying patterns. Auxiliary sites shut down. Dear Athena from Benaroya, you asked me about the persistent strain of misanthropy in human culture. It's a complicated topic that has come up multiple times in my research. Here's my best attempt at a short, cohesive answer. I think our ancestors, like ourselves, were deeply invested in the idea of building, of transforming their environment. They found meaning and pleasure in this and did not perceive it as a negative, so long as they had a sense of participating in this act. I think the reason that they so frequently reached for a romantic return to the past, to fantasies of living self-sufficiently in rural environments, is not because they rejected industrial scale activity per se, but because the return to the land provided a fantasy of returning to a form of participation that had been lost. And sometimes it's just white nationalism. They needed and wanted to build, create, and produce, but only if they felt they had a stake in what they were producing. Without that, the products of civilization began to seem like an alien force gradually spreading out across the world and ruining it. They needed a dream, and if the future was barred to them, then by necessity they must dream of the past. I hope you and Cornelius are well. Will you be coming to Hypatia's new exhibit? Much love, Peneroya. Athena replies, or comments, I went back and found this message after all these years because something about it had lodged in my mind. I wasn't ready to understand it back then because I needed to be a leader. But maybe that was the problem. It should have been our dream, not mine alone. The dream of creation. I mean, let's just say... Also, that's discussing alienation from production and society in general. Doesn't necessitate a return to nature. It necessitates... an equality of investment and return, and like not I don't mean investment by money and resources. I mean having an input, a stake in what is done, and that being rewarded. I'm not explaining this right at all. Marx, syndicalism, alienation from labour, etc. How Atlas cast off the world from the Atlas variations by Athanasius. For 1,000,000,000 years Atlas had borne the weight of the world on his back. The old Titan was tired of the responsibility and tired of his labour of ages not being appreciated. Why did the mortals not understand that his work was the foundation of all they did? Finally he'd had enough. With one swift move he shrugged off the cosmos. Now they'd see. But the cosmos went on rolling through infinity, leaving Atlas behind. The mortals went about their business, hardly noticing his absence. He was astonished. Had the world never needed him in the first place? Had all his toil been for nothing? So he turned his back on all mortal matters and instead set himself to discovering the secrets of eternity. Only after many long years had passed did the cosmos and its endless cycles pass by through his domain once more. And only then did Atlas and the mortals realize that they had missed each other, and each was lesser without the other. And so Atlas no longer carried the cosmos, instead he embraced it. No idea what I was trying to say, sorry. I have no interpretation of that. Another door I think I did not explore. Okay, just servers in here. Servers and it here. Enough. Back out again. Ah!
One key. What did you see inside the Somnodrome?
The next. I went into sleep mode and spoke to it. Something.
Fascinating. What did it tell you?
To trust my moral compiler.
I'm not sure I understand, but the subconscious is hardly my expertise. That the Somnodrome worked at all is already remarkable. What matters now is that we download the data packet from your memory and share it as widely as possible. It may upset some people, but everyone has the right to form their own opinions.
It's not that deep, but there's no reason not to. Especially since the Sonodrome is now wrecked. Why do people take it too seriously? I mean, they take it as gospel or a moral imperative.
That's a risk we have to take. For all we know, New Jerusalem is already doomed. We can't predict how our actions will change the future. You have to trust in your belief that more knowledge is better than less. The best survival strategy we have is understanding the world we live in.
It's not that deep. Well, talking with a subconscious aspect, I just said, you trust yourself and drink margaritas. I will share it.
Good. There's one more thing. Do you have an opinion on the meaning of your experience in the Somnodrome?
I mean, what are you going to do? Not trust your own moral judgment?
It would be good if you kept that opinion to yourself. The scientific method demands rigorous objectivity. For this data to have any value at all, it's essential we examine it without preconceived notions of what it means.
This isn't a scientific subject. This is a philosophical subject.
You can formally address the people on this matter. When you're ready, we'll all be watching.
This is a matter of how to live one's life. Science doesn't have anything to say about whether or not you should be moral. Beyond, it generally improves things for the better, which is itself a philosophical prospect.
1K. The people want to know what data you gathered from the Somnodrome.
Wasn't
We're
data,
all set up for you to
just
talk to them live.
Imagination. I'm ready.
Attention, citizens of New Jerusalem. I'm here with 1K, the first of our kind to use a functioning Somnodrome. Tell us, 1K, what did you see inside?
My own self. Although technically it's some kind of routine. Manifestation of conceptual system? I mean, that is also true. I mean, it's several different things. But manifestation of conceptual system, yes.
Well, I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say you're handling it with remarkable cool. But let's not keep people in suspense. The only evidence of what happened inside that machine is the data stored in your memory banks. Our audience wants to know, what did you learn? And will you share that data?
I didn't learn anything. Well, I'm transmitting the data to everyone. I'm transmitting the data to Helga, that odd merchant out there in New Jerusalem. I'm transmitting the data to everyone.
I'm seeing this at the same time you are at home. Something about our moral compiler. The value of compassion and understanding. I don't know what to make of this. 1K, any comment?
People should just draw their own conclusions.
1K is right. When our ancestors discovered conductance, they didn't freeze for fear of electrocution. They imagined electronic life and created us.
Eventually.
We will approach this data and any other discoveries with that same spirit of curiosity and objectivity.
There you have it, folks. A lot here to digest. We'll have further updates on the situation as it develops.
Where's the next gone? Oh, she was not physically present. Okay. Huh. Okay, well, I have 4 more puzzles in this area to complete, but this is a good point to end this episode. I might continue playing later today, but come back for future episodes. Do remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow your moral imperative and listen to your moral compiler and drink margaritas. That one's very important. Have a wonderful day.